feel like
We rolling? Sound speed, go ahead all around. Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
you're gonna got some questions to ask too.
Absolutely.
Okay. I just feel like I'm angry this morning. Like I'm just pissed off. It's so ironic because we're doing this documentary on Leads Near Me, which is effectively the founder story about me. It's like I see the value in it. I want to do it. I've hired everybody to do it, but I'm mad about doing it. If you want to be successful, I'll tell you everything I did, anytime.
You want an honest man? What you gonna
Right. Okay. Come with me. I'm from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, which is nicknamed Winterpeg. So you can imagine it was very, very cold. And I always say there's 3 sports in Canada. There's hockey, hockey, and hockey. One of the kids I played hockey with, he played guitar. And I went to his house one day and I was like, teach me how to play guitar. And very quickly thereafter, a bunch of 11, 12-year-olds decided we're gonna have a band. And I was the least good guitar player. So I got relegated to the bass. My parents, they loved us, but our house was never really a happy place. When I turned probably 18-ish or something like that, I said something to my dad and he kind of grabbed me by the shirt and literally just threw me out of the house with nothing. And from that day, I got tossed out of the house. I've always been surviving. So we had a little band, and then I said, I'm gonna get us a show. And my neighbor, he gave me a couple names, and I went and begged this guy to give us a show. I was selling early on, I was marketing early on. So I went back to the guys and I said, okay, I got us a show. It's July 7th, 8th, and 9th. And they're like, what are you, stupid? Like, we can't even play a song. But then from there, we started getting shows, we started writing songs, we started going and Battle of the Bands, we started winning these Battle of the Bands. So that was a lesson that you set a goal and you make it happen.
Hi, this is Barry Garber. I took on an artist very early in her career named Celine Dion. I've known Ryan Burton for a very long time.
So I went at Barry every day trying to get him on the phone. Barry would not take my phone calls.
That was a lot of phone calls. And he might have even shown up at the office one day, uninvited, unannounced.
The receptionist we became very close with, Annie Claude. So my little rock band wrote a song called Happy Birthday, Annie Claude. Again, sales. And then handed her the demo tape and said, please get it to Barry Garber for us.
In the entertainment business, you usually have 2 kinds of people, the artists and the business people, and it's very rare to have someone who embraces both.
And we wrote, back in those days, a fax. Top 10 reasons why my band should open for Too Many Cooks.
He was a businessman at heart, and he was able to take that talent and channel it into a lot of other things.
He booked us to open for them. It was a 2,000-seat venue. It was sold out. Again, sales. I walked up to the mic and I said, hey, I'm not sure if Barry Garber's here, but I just wanted to say thank you for giving us the show tonight. The next morning, I called over to Barry's office, and Kevin, his assistant, answered. And he said, Ryan, anybody that thanks Barry in front of 2,000 people is good. He's your agent for life. He's your man. Don't worry about it.
He was so passionate about what he was doing that he expected every single person in his path to be as passionate as he is. And that's a gift and a curse.
When you look at growing a business, it's hard. And that's how you start. Every day I get up knowing that, and every day I get up imagining having to start at square one again, and I go through that in my mind, and then I go, I'm also prepared to do it every day, to start at square one and go, I'm gonna do this again. So I get up every day with that mentality. When I left being in a rock band, I actually had this real conscious decision, this is not the right job for me, and didn't recognize the entrepreneurial nature I had, and then left and took jobs.
Don't know what I'm doing, baby, got the best of me.
I was super, super happy from the minute I stepped foot on American soil. 236 bucks in my pocket, stayed in the nastiest motel you could imagine, night one. And I wanted to get some video of that hotel, but something tells me it's not there anymore. And I'm an American citizen now. And I know Canadians are seeing this. I love you, Canada, but I love it here. Okay, I love it, love it, love it. I felt like I wanted to move into management. I wanted to develop more. And I got this job in Huntsville, Alabama. And I only worked there for a year, but not before we became the market of the month in the entire company and had tremendous sales success. And then I took a job in Denver, and I wasn't a fit again there. And then I took a job in Florida as a sales manager and wasn't a great fit there. And then I got that job at Bell South. That was one of the first experiences I ever had in my work life where I had people that really cared about me.
The most important characteristic, I do believe, though, is a heart for caring.
They really liked me.
He wants his customers to succeed. That's the big deal.
And I would go out on sales calls and I had to fix things. And I was, at that point, a regional manager, and then meet the business owner. By the way, that was the revolution of my life. The business owner has been the turning point in my life. That is my people right there. And I still talk to customers every day.
Like, can we do something now where you talking to one, or would that require us to like kind of schedule?
Well, they would need their permission. Let's see if I can.
Well, and I don't have to use their side of it or their audio, but images of you, you know.
Yeah,
If a big part of your day is you on the phone.
This is really me
going to war.
Hold on for a second.
know, like-
This can be in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right now,
This
you
is what I'm
talking to
discovering.
me about this can be in it. We're trying to stage a phone call with a customer. Hey, call somebody and do this thing, and and I'm like, and I just want it to be real so you can see what we're really like. Initially, when I got that first business license at the end of 2012, I think it was just me in a recliner in my living room. There was this great client we had for many years. Whenever I'd walk in the door, he'd go, "Oh, it's Ryan Burton Marketing." And I'd be like, "Shut up." And I'd probably say something more like, "F you."
I was looking for the job and I was like cold emailing many people.
And it was very broken English. I mean, I hardly understood it. My answer was no. It was just relentless and just kept asking me and asking me.
After like 6 months, I get a message on the Skype that, "Hey bud, would you like to work for me?"
My web developer is one of the best decisions I ever made in my life. It was just he and I in the early days.
The start was very humble.
There's a Tires Plus a mile and a half from my house at the time.
Contextualize where we're going now.
So we're driving over to Tires Plus. It really represents a lot of things that happened. It was very early on. It was pre-Leads Near Me. It was when I was Ryan Burton Marketing. Yeah, this is it. This is Tires Plus. They became a client. We did some early work. We met Scott Wheeler here. And Scott was a shop coach. And Scott was like, you know, maybe you can do the marketing and help me with it. Really nice guy. And I said, sure, how can I help? And ultimately he called me one day and he said, hey, I've got this shop I work with in Clearwater. And he said, I've got this one I work in Highlands Ranch in Colorado. Why don't you work with them? We had results very quickly using Google Ads. We were doing very well for them. They were very happy. Now, of course, we have hundreds of auto repair shops. And it was accidental getting into the auto repair business that led to everything that Leads Near Me is today.
Something about Ryan was very interesting to me. He was just always willing to help. It was this level of I'm going to help you that was so unique and interesting and unusual.
I recognized people needed help. They needed a hero. They needed somebody that would do what they said they were going to do and work their tail off and knew what they were doing. I just decided to be their hero and have helped many businesses grow immensely as a result of it.
When I met Ryan, I worked for a coaching company called ShopFix Academy.
I called over and Thomas Hayes picked up the phone and organized a lunch.
They come downstairs and go, you should come meet this guy. And I was like, I mean, just tell me if he's good or not. They're like, no, you need to come up here. I sat down, I let him talk, and I was impressed.
And I've had experience meeting people that became rock stars, and Aaron Stokes is a rock star.
And so in the very beginning, Ryan was smaller, we were smaller, both companies were tiny.
But Aaron said, hey, you know, we've got these shops we deal with, and they need help with websites and marketing. If we send some leads to you, will you take care of them?
And then he decided to do that, and then, you know, the rest is history. He's blown it up since.
The most important thing was he said to me, would you take care of them? And to this day, I've never wavered in that mission.
Pretend as if we're going to Speed Auto and just let me know, hey, here's where we're going.
Okay, want me to do that now?
Yeah.
All right, we're headed over to Speed Auto Repair, owned by our longtime client, Jim Brown. Jim owns multiple shops in the Atlanta area. We've had a lot of success together. He's grown to 7 shops now, and we love working with him, and we can't wait to see him again.
Okay.
All right, so cameras are rolling.
Okay. Ryan was more, it's not just, hey, let's set up your websites, get you some cars.
With Ryan, the marketing is kind of, I don't want to say secondary because, you know, Lead Stream is very good at marketing. That's a given. It's really secondary to this mission to help.
We spent hours at talking about, hey, what's your vision for your company? What are your goals for your company, for your people?
Every company says, we're going to go above and beyond, but like, we really will go above and beyond. I mean, just this willingness to truly do whatever it takes to see someone be successful.
We started out with, he did all my websites and all my SEO and all my Google AdWords, and we've added things as we go. So now he does all my social media posts across all platforms. Facebook and Instagram all match up. They went well above and beyond what you would expect out of a marketing company. We could not do what we're doing today without Leads Near Me.
Okay, let's call. We'll make a call. The person that I've become, I think helping other people should be all of our objectives. It's Ryan. Tell me about the shops. Was Fort Lauderdale having a hiccup a week or two ago? Somebody told me something.
So, I mean, the biggest thing is that we actually care about the clients. That's the whole reason I actually came back, was I was working for some other agencies and everything was about the bottom line. They were doing crummy work for people. It bothered me, which is why I called Ryan that day and I said, I want to come back to a place that where we believe in the clients.
Can you get Masick for me?
Yes, I can.
For the Fort Lauderdale listing, were you in the loop on that when it went down and got suspended?
And I got it back up.
And you did that and you fixed it, right?
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm glad it's up and it's fixed. So the Fort Lauderdale shop, is it doing okay? Are we good over there? What's happening?
Other places I've worked, you know, you're checking boxes, you're, you know, doing this, you're doing that. The work that we do on a daily basis, it helps people to achieve what they want to do.
If there's ever any kind of a question about a client's happiness with the work that we're doing, he will stop everything he's doing and pick up the phone and deal with that right on the spot.
So are you managing Brooks Palm Bay stuff at all?
Yes.
What's going on?
It's getting good traffic, good search terms. The calls are coming in slowly.
I will look at this with Kevin right now. We'll work on it. Then you and I on Monday will assess it, okay? And think on retention strategies right now, man. There's big gaps between when one person comes and the next person.
His brain does not stop. It should sometimes, but it does not stop.
Call them up and say, hey, do you have any family members that have cars? After they stop laughing, say, could I call one of them right now and offer them?
And he's very straightforward, which I think a lot of people appreciate. They don't want you to just tell them what they want to hear. Ryan is very caring, and he's genuine.
All right, man. Well, you travel safe, and let's talk on Monday, and let's keep this thing going, okay? Thanks, Brooks. Bye. What do you make of that? That's a call. Is this the proper lighting?
Yeah, they moved around.
All right, everybody, I'm entering the room. I'm entering the room.
Casual as always.
Where's the music, the theme song? I think in a band we have instruments we play, so we have an area of responsibility. Ladies and gentlemen, on Google Ads, Mr. Kevin Ball. Every member of the band has like a personality and an identity, and they have a place in the band. All right, over here on SEO. On SEO, we have Rebecca Masick. Let's hear it. On what?
On the keyboard.
Everybody joked yesterday they all play the keyboard, but that's, you know. This is Lisa Walters. Google Ads Manager. I'm supposed to be introducing people. This is Adam Springer.
The company culture is great, the atmosphere, the mindset of it.
If I had to give Adam, this is all seriousness, Adam a nickname, it would be probably the future, because he's like the future of the company, this guy. But not yet.
Make no mistake, Ryan's the lead singer.
And I love all these people, but I love this guy. This guy right here, though.
He really loves this band, and he's told me over and over and over.
Jason has been the employee of the month now running for, I think, 42 months.
That the reason Bon Jovi is because Bon Jovi understands that if he were on his own, he wouldn't be as great.
And J-Dog's his nickname. Yep. That's J-Dog. So this is Tim Allgood, Diamond Gardner. She's very quiet. Rachel Bordeaux, Rachel's employee 1.
Each person at Leads Near Me plays an important role.
What does Rachel do here, though, by the way?
I am the operations manager.
And what is that exactly?
What is that?
So it's their company and they have their role and they can enjoy that identity. They can have confidence in it. They can have their place. Oh, there's me. And would you believe this made it to the documentary? How did that make the final cut? Anyway.
Second. All right, this is pose, smile, smile. This is the band, Leads Near Me.
I really like where the company is right now, and I have a leadership team now. I like our team. I like how we're moving into departments, so to speak, and making things happen. And it's really cool. The company's profitable. We're in the auto repair space right now, that we honor them, and we do not erode or deteriorate the perfection we've created there. But I do think that there's many more people we can help.
He called me in the office, so when I came back in a town, he said, "Are those the only pairs of shoes you have?" And I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "Here," and he goes over and he takes his shoes and he hands me a pair of shoes. He goes, "You same size as me?" And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Here, you can have these." And he basically, shirt off your own back, shoes off his own foot.
What does it mean to you when your staff talks about how you've helped them? When they say things like, "He's the greatest boss I've ever known," when they say things like, "He literally gave you the shoes off his feet."
They said that?
They did.
Means everything. The fact that, they're connecting with that means that there's value in that. It means that it's okay to be generous and it's okay to be good.
As a leader, how do you create that? How do you instill that?
It's very simple. It's lead by example.
And I say this without a shadow of doubt, Ryan is the most interesting person I've ever met.
At first, he can come across like really hardcore.
That's what business is like to me. It's just like, it's this war, it's this battle.
It's amazing. I've never met anybody like him that's as passionate or more involved or more, driven for the success of what he does and for the success of his clients.
He makes sure every day that everybody at the company has what they need, that the clients have what they need.
So I don't know how you get up in the morning and don't look at it like it's warfare and it's hard and it's tough.
He is the most driven person I've ever seen and passionate about everything that he does. Everything that he does.
There are late nights where he's sending messages out at 1, 2, 3 in the morning, and then he'll come back in and be there at 6 and 7, 8 in the morning. And I was like, "Do you sleep at all?"
And just get up really, really early, work really, really late, and be prepared to go to war, because I will never stop. This won't make the documentary. This is way too hardcore.
In business, clients, customers, colleagues, do you ever feel misjudged?
Yes, I do. I've heard that some people think I'm arrogant or think I'm a certain way, but I think that when people get to know me, they see maybe not only that, but the exact opposite, how much I care.
People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care.
Ryan 100% believes in what he's doing. I would say you would be mistaken to not dive in and find out why.
Ryan is an incredible leader. Apart from the leader, he's a wonderful human being.
His drive and his ambition for this company and the success of the company is just outstanding.
Very few people leave Leads Near Me when they work with us. And I think that's because people do discover that behind, maybe that gruff, rough artist, rock star, whatever you want to call it, there is an individual who's built a team that really gives a crap.
We will tell the truth and speak from the heart, because our goal is to help you in your business succeed.
I tell our team all the time that we have to succeed at what we're doing. I take that very personally. If our clients are not doing well, they can call me and I will kick their asses so that they don't ever have to go home tell their family sad stories.
Ryan's definitely given me some tough love. He'll draw the line in the sand when he needs to.
I'm all about the business owner. That's my life. That's been my life the last 25 years as that business owner. I show up and I want to help. There's no easy path, man. I mean, it was the streets. It was all these lessons over all these years, all this pain, all this loneliness just to get to the point. That is all the price of admission for success. The reason businesses fail is because they're letting it fail. And I'm pissed off about that because you're letting your families down. You're not making the money you can make. You're not having the success you can have because you're finding excuses. You're not stepping up every morning. You're not going after it every day. You're not really going for it. I'm willing to get in people's grills and push that hard because when they become customers, they're the best customers ever. I encourage you, Mr. Business Owner, to find more people that will talk to you the way I just did. It means they truly care. They're putting themselves out there for you. And that is everything that I'm about, everything the company's about, and everything really the world should be about. I won't let you fail. I'll do everything I can, but you have to step up and do it. But I will not leave you. That's the last I got.
Well said.
We good?
Cut. Incredible.
What just happened?
You want